The winding roads of that dreadful night. "You can't be serious. We've been planning this trip for a long time. Just take some meds and let's get going," Luke groans. I sigh, agreeing half-heartedly, grabbing a few painkillers and downing them without thinking twice about it. We step out onto my front porch, into the cool night air, the sky clear, not a single cloud in sight, the moon brighter this night, brighter than any night I've seen it before. The forest surrounding my cabin, darker than usual. "Are you all right, mate?" My friend's voice snaps me back into reality, not realizing I'd been zoned out staring up at the sky. "Yes, I'm all right," I say, clearing my throat, not believing the words myself. He looks at me, a brow raised, rightfully skeptical, but brushes it off with a chuckle. We walk over to the car and he gets in, shutting the door, leaving me standing alone in the darkness of the night. The stars are awfully bright too, I think to myself, staring up at the sky once more, the twinkles of light dancing in perfect harmony. I snap back out of it, my friend's impatient tapping on the window shattering the peaceful atmosphere. Yeah, I'm coming," I chuckle, grabbing the door handle and step inside of my car. I put the keys in the ignition and turn them, making the engine roar to life. I could sense Luke's eyes on me, so I looked over at him, his face etched with concern, the gentle purr of the engine filling the uncomfortable silence. "What? Why are you looking at me like that?" "Are you sure you're alright, Nick? I can drive if you can't." "I'm fine. Luke, really, don't worry about me." Alright, sorry. "We can take turns driving, okay?" I reassure him, placing my hand on his shoulder. He smiles, his face softening a little. And with that we set out on our journey. The hours stretched on, Luke absolutely chatting my ear off all the way. I enjoyed it though. We haven't seen each other in a long time. The trees blurred as we travelled on the winding roads, the moon still as bright as when we started our journey, the stars still twinkling away harmoniously. "Have you heard about John and Cass?" I get ripped away from that peaceful state as I feel Luke's elbow suddenly jam me in the ribcage. I look at him shocked, a goofy grin on his face, as though he was about to tell me the best piece of gossip I have ever heard. "No, what about them?" I respond, my curiosity piqued. He chuckles mischievously while readjusting the bracelet I had given him when we were younger. A simple one, a beautiful leather one, woven into a braid. "Oh, well, let me tell you, those two are so in love it makes me sick." "Is that so? I thought those two hated each other." "Oh, no, apparently we got it all wrong." "Those two couldn't stand each other, you sure? John and Cass are in love." He laughs hysterically at my reaction, tears streaming down his face. I look away from the road to look at him, disbelief probably written all over my face. He stops laughing, instantly as his eyes meet the road, terror and panic etched on his face. "Nick, look!" Before I could react, my vision turned black, his loud, terrified, ear-piercing scream being the last thing I heard, accompanied by the screeching of car tires on pavement. My vision returned almost as quickly as it went. Frantically, I looked around, taking in my surroundings. "What the fuck was that?" I yell, swerving the car a little, completely and utterly scared shitless. "Hey, Nick, buddy, calm down, what's wrong?" I look over at Luke, his previously joyful expression now replaced with that of genuine concern. I don't utter a word, not being able to understand what I had just experienced. "Pull over, let me drive," Luke said sternly. I didn't argue and slowly pulled over. As soon as the car came to a halt, I flung open the driver's side door and stepped out. "Hey, man, what's going on with you?" I shook my head and turned to face him, my eyes wide with terror. "Talk to me, Nick," his voice urgent as he walked over to the driver's side where I was standing. "Fine, you don't have to tell me, but at least just let me drive." He places a reassuring hand on my shoulder as he gets into the driver's side, leaving me in the eerie silence. Crickets and frogs and a single owl in a nearby tree being the only things keeping my ears from ringing. I let myself get lost for a second as my heartbeat returns to its normal rhythm. "Nick?" I hear Luke call out from the car, his voice slightly muffled. Sorry. I reeled my mind... Sorry. I reeled my mind back in as I walk over to the passenger side, a little urgency in my stride, feeling as though the forest was watching me. I got in the car, closing the door behind me, my body trembling. Luke looks at me. He opens his mouth slightly, as if he was getting ready to say something, but he changed his mind halfway through and just started driving. A few minutes went by when Luke finally decided to break the silence. What happened back there, Nick? I hesitated, not quite sure what to say, not even knowing the answer myself. I don't know, I managed to say. He didn't respond, the air growing thicker with each passing second of silence. I kept my eyes on the front, watching as the headlights of my car illuminated the dark road in front of us. My brow furrowed slightly, seeing the shape of something in the distance. As we crept around the bend, the shape became clear. Holy shit! Luke, is that a car? It is. It's completely totaled. My heart pounds against my ribcage wildly. He slows down as we get closer to the wreck. The car was wrapped around a tree, some smoke still coming from the totaled engine. Debris lay scattered around the scene, the mangled carcass of a deer not far away from the accident. There was something odd about the car. It was exactly the same make and model of mine. It even had the same tint to the windows. I brushed it off, shaking my head, trying to get a grip on myself. Luke, pull over. There could still be people inside. They might need help. He slowly pulls over, coming to a stop at a safe distance from the still smoking car. Luke, get your phone. We need to call for help right now, I say, my voice laced with panic as I get out of the car in a hurry. I slowly approach the vehicle, the sinking feeling in my stomach growing heavier with each step. I get my phone out as I stop, my hands trembling as I switch on the flash, shining it into the wreck. I gasp. 2 men were trapped in the car, one barely breathing in the driver's side and the other. Oh God, the other's head completely caved in. It was clear that he was long gone. I got closer to the one still breathing. Sir, can you hear me? You're going to be all right. Help is coming soon. I stop. My words caught in my throat as my eyes trailed over the dead man's wrist. No. My voice trembled as I fell back, the familiar leather bracelet now soaked a deep crimson red. But it can't be. No. The man in the driver's seat groaned, lifting his head to look at me. It wasn't my fault, he gurgled. The man in the driver's side was me.